Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So today's video, I wanted to share with you my deep clean routine for Monday mornings. It is around 10 o'clock, and I usually always do my deep cleaning Mondays. It gives me something to kind of look forward to after the weekend. We're coming off a long weekend with Mother's Day, and I just think I wanted to kind of add these once in a while into the rotation of some of my videos that I like to share. I have some new cleaning products that I've been really loving, and I wanted to share that with you. So typically Monday morning, I will put on a podcast or some YouTube videos, whatever I'm enjoying listening to at the time. Usually it's either like true crime or supernatural or even sometimes comedy. It just depends. And I get to cleaning. Not every Monday I clean the entirety of the house. It just really depends. I grew up with a lot of chaos and mess from my mother, so I'm like the complete opposite, where I just declutter and throw out everything, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. Sometimes I get rid of things that I shouldn't, but I can't stand clutter. So I typically will start, lately I've been starting upstairs in the top of my house. My daughter's bathroom definitely needs to be cleaned really well. My cat litter needs to be cleaned. My bathroom is typically just a little bit of clutter, not really mess. And some people might think I'm crazy and be like, your house is not messy. And some people be like, your house is very messy. To me, it's like an in-between. I have dogs and a cat, so I really like to try to get at least once a week a deep clean done. This might not be considered a deep clean to some people. To me, this is what I do and what I consider deep cleaning. So last week, I did all of my window seals, all of my window, the inside of the window where it gets really moldy and yucky. I cleaned all that. That took me almost 3 hours because in this house I have so many windows. There's 3 windows in the living room alone, 4 windows in my kitchen. My bedroom alone has 4 windows. So we have a lot of windows. So that was something I tackled last week. And then this week, I'm just going to do your everyday cleaning, toilets, stuff like that. And I thought we would have fun showing you. And then I thought I would also show you what I got for Mother's Day. I ended up with a little injury. I wanted brand new knives, very sharp, good knives for Mother's Day. And I asked, if you're new to my channel, by the way, sorry, I am Charlie, and I would love you to stick around and subscribe. These are the types of videos I like to do, whether it's lifestyle or fashion. Come here, bud. Fashion or lifestyle or family or makeup or whatever, anything to my life. And then I asked for an air fryer, and my husband got me a double basket air fryer, which is really nice. But I was unwrapping the knives, and as I'm unwrapping them, he literally looks at me and says, "You need to be careful, those are sharp." And I said, "I just cut myself." And he's like, "You're a liar." He literally didn't believe me till my finger was bleeding. I swear to God, my hand up to God, I literally just went like this, boom. I was taking I was literally just taking the plastic off of it, and you're shaking the camera, bud. I was literally just taking the plastic off, and it nicked my finger that fast. So I put 2 steri strips on because, of course, I panicked and thought I was going to pass out, and my husband was laughing at me, but he quickly bandaged my finger for me, and my daughter's gagging in the background because neither one of us can tolerate anything. Anyway, let's move on. We're 4 minutes in almost. Want to show you some of my favorite cleaning products that I've been loving, and we'll just get started. And I hope this helps somebody today. I have been very stressed out, and cleaning sometimes just kind of brings down my anxiety and stress. It gives me something to look forward to, routine, and I know a lot of people this will help with anxiety and stress. I know it can be very helpful to see other people clean, and it can give you a little bit of motivation. So I'm here to motivate you to clean up, even if it's just one room in your home today. And if you're having any troubles, definitely leave it down below and we can talk, and maybe I can help you or you can help me, and we can just be there for each other. So if you're interested in seeing me clean on this Monday morning, definitely keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to go really fast over some of my cleaning products so we can just move on because I'm already quite far into the video. One question I have for people out there that are pet owners, it is spring, so we are getting ants. I am way too nervous to spray. We did spray our backyard for ticks, but I believe my husband found something that was non-toxic, and we didn't let our animals in the backyard for about 2 days till I knew it was fully dried, so I was walking them on the leash in the front yard. We have really bad ticks where we are. So my dogs are ticked and fleed, and I'm gonna look into a really good collar that is non-toxic and safe. I get super duper scared putting flea medicine on them just all those horrible things you see, and they're such tiny little dogs, so I get very nervous. So if anyone has a natural remedy for little tiny black ants, definitely let me know. It would be much appreciated. Very first thing off the bat, I always either buy Lysol wipes or Clorox. I just happen to splurge and treat myself to the coconut ones. I love that. Remember back in the day when it just says flu and HIV, now it says COVID and COVID-19 viruses. These smell nice and it lingers just a little bit. These are a little pricey, so I prefer the Walmart brand. I feel like they do the same, but I wanted to treat myself, and this was this Pacific Breeze and coconut, and I liked that it was bleach free. That's what I like. I have a very big aversion to bleach. I get very red in the face, have trouble breathing. I used to have childhood asthma, so I try to use things that are going to keep my home sterilized but not bleach. I know some people swear by it. I personally just can't tolerate it. I do use the bleach in my toilets, and that's it. I found these the other day when I was at Home Depot. They are just the magic eraser comparable to the Mr. Clean. I love these. I cut them in half, so I get 12, and they're like $3, $4. I love the HDX brand from Home Depot. I am somebody who enjoys Home Depot. When people ask me where I would like a gift certificate from, I say Home Depot. I like this multi-purpose cleaner because I can use it on my wood table. Great, smells nice. This is the wax that I use for my table. It's just a Pledge with the moisturizing oil, the amber and argan scent. Would love to have a spray that smells like this. This smells incredible, and it really makes my table look nice and shiny. This is a brand new purchase, and I will continue to buy this Mr. Clean Deep Cleaning Mist. It comes out in the atomizer, is that what it's called, is a fine mist. And I feel like this is really, really nice. And once you buy this, you can just replace the bottom half, which I really think is great. I just got the original Gain scent, and I like this, and I feel like it really does a nice job. This is just an oldie but a goodie, the Fabuloso in the lavender. I hate lavender, but this was all they had at the time, so I use this sparingly. So I ended up picking up the Mr. Clean multi-purpose cleaner, and I dilute this with water. This is what I clean my floors with because I haven't found a good cleaner for my floors. If anyone has anything to recommend, definitely let me know. And for my stainless steel, I just use the Weeman's stainless steel. I like this. I like the way it smells. And a very new purchase that I still am iffy about. I'm not sure. This cleans well, the pink stuff, but it leaves a weird residue, like a gritty residue, so I'm not positive. So I want to hurry up because I am definitely holding you guys up. So let's get on to the cleaning. So I was going to put some relaxing music, but I thought I would do a voiceover. I have a lot of extra time today, and I just was in the mood to give you a little voiceover. So here I am just cutting up one of my husband's work t-shirts. I use these as rags when they get ratty, and they come in handy. I cut them up and I reuse them a few times in the wash, and then I get rid of them. So I'm just using the Clean Freak from Mr. Clean. I think that's what it's called. I don't know why that sounds strange to me. And I'm wiping down my countertops. My husband kind of did it last night when we realized we did have ants. So I'm just redoing it a little bit better. And yeah, just wiping everything down. I am brushing crumbs and stuff onto the floor because I'm just going to end up really sweeping and cleaning, so I don't really worry. I just brush everything to the floor, and at the very last, when I'm done everything, the very last thing I do is sweep twice, then I vac twice, and then I continue to mop my floor. This floor is a pain in the neck, and it takes me forever to mop. Right back there, as you can see, that is my new air fryer. It's from the brand Ninja. It is a double basket air fryer, and we used it yesterday. That was one of my Mother's Day gifts, and I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. I will link it down below for you. It is a little pricey, but I definitely love it a lot. So we officially have been in this house for a year and a month, and I love it. When we were looking at homes, it was very stressful, but one of my requirements was a nice sized kitchen and either an eat-in kitchen or a dining room. I wanted to have dinner at the table every night with my family, and I just fell in love with this kitchen. It really, really grabbed my attention. I love the cabinets. I love how much storage is in this kitchen. It is a lot to clean. I went from around 800 square feet to about 1,300 square feet. So about a double, not quite double the size of the old house, but a lot more to clean. And I really don't mind. I love this house so much. Here I am getting onto my stove. I was so excited when we did move in here and I finally had a gas stove. This is amazing. I love cooking with it. It does get dirty, but every stove top kind of gets dirty. So I'm just picking off the extra pieces and just putting everything onto the floor so that I can just begin to clean it. This does clean really nice, so it does look really good. So here's that pink stuff. It's the first time that I've ever used it on the stove, and I think that I would pass on using it. I used it in the tub and it was amazing, so I think I'm strictly going to use it for the tub. This just felt like I was over cleaning the stove. I do a much easier job when I just use like Fabuloso or the Mr. Clean stuff does a lot better. So I'm just going to strictly stick with that. Even Dawn soap was easier to clean with. So I just went in with my magic eraser. I cut that in half, and as you can see, I needed to get a little bit of water. That paste was just too thick. You definitely need it more moist. So here I am just going to town cleaning. Everything's coming up pretty well, and as you can see, I just feel like I was doing more work than necessary. Usually it takes me right around 10 minutes to get this really nice and clean, and this took me a little while longer, and it felt gritty and I could feel it on my hands. I think I'm gonna pass on that pink stuff, which makes me upset because it is a nice cleaner. I just don't like the residue it leaves, but it's inexpensive, and if you need something to kind of get rust and grime and dirt, and you need something not tested on animals, and I believe that it's safe to use around animals, I would recommend it. It just wasn't the product for me, that's all. Here I am just going in and kind of drying it because it was really, really wet from having to use extra water. Again, I think I would just pass. It does look clean and shiny and nice, but then here I felt the need to go in with my Mr. Clean anyway because I just thought it looked streaky. I don't see it now that I'm looking through the camera, but as I was doing it, it just felt like I couldn't get it clean. It just kept getting streaky. So I just went through and re-wiped everything down and was just trying to dry the area. And then right at the end, I do go in with a Lysol wipe because I really don't know what I was thinking. I feel like it just kept feeling gritty and not clean enough for me. So I did go in at the end and just go over it with a Lysol wipe. Okay, you guys, so this is like our medicine cabinet, and it's not often that my husband like kind of asks me to organize something, and he just said if I have time, he knows I clean Mondays, if I could just kind of organize this a little bit, it kind of makes him crazy. And because he doesn't really ask me that often, I told him I would try to get this done today, so I just thought I would throw this in here with organizing and cleaning, part of my deep clean routine. So I'm gonna take everything out, get rid of anything that's expired or no good, wipe back the shelves out. I probably won't wipe them down today, and then re-put everything in. I gotta check the dates on medication, so I will just go through everything and show you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you and with myself. This medicine cabinet will stay clean for maybe a week if I'm lucky. I don't know why I shove everything in here. It's like a junk drawer, only a junk cabinet. It's really supposed to be for my medications and, you know, just things like that. And I just throw everything in here. It's convenient when you know you're having company over just to toss it in the cabinet, and I shouldn't. I have a lot of leftover antibiotics in here, sprinkles, cups, anything you can think of, and I really want this to be condensed down to like cold medicine, anything like that. And I want to stress, check the expiration dates on medications. I never really think to on medication, on aloe spray, on your bug sprays, on your sunscreens. You don't realize that they do have expirations. I mean, some people do, but I try to go through, and I ended up throwing out a lot of medication that expired not too long ago, but I don't want to take a chance. I ended up having to toss some vitamins as well, which kind of sucked because they were full and Tums, and these were seasick patches that I had been prescribed. I had asked a doctor for them because a friend of ours couldn't get seasick patches at the time, and I was using them. We were all kind of sharing them. I know that's not good, but he had been prescribed previous. So I had old seasick patches, all kinds of stuff. So I just put them back in this container, and it ends up looking a lot more organized. Not perfect, but better than it was, and my husband should be happy with it. Bandages, things like that, I just kind of put back together and put in there, so he should be a lot happier. And I put our everyday medication in there, and yeah, it looked a lot better at the end. So he just went to the doctor's today, and he is doing much better. Although she did say he must get on the Mediterranean diet. So if anybody has any good recipes or any good videos or tips, please leave it down below for me. It would be much appreciated. He has never had cholesterol problems before. He has put on weight since he stopped smoking, which is good and bad. So he hasn't smoked in over a year, but he's put on quite a bit of weight, and unfortunately the cholesterol that is high is the one that can clog your arteries. So I am also overweight, so the Mediterranean diet is going to be the way to go for both of us, and it can't hurt. I mean, if anyone has any experience with this diet, I would love to hear your experiences down below, so definitely let me know. Just a little tangent here why I am finishing up this cabinet, and it ends up looking really good in my opinion. Now we are on to the living room. My living room always is a mess. I have two little dogs, as you can see. They love standing on these coffee tables, and it's because they can look out the window. I wipe these down every day. I know it bothers some people when animals climb on furniture, but unfortunately, that's just the way we live. We love them on our furniture. We love them up with us. He was going to steal one of those. I know him so well, so I had to move that. And here I am just spraying them and wiping them down. Now, when I first bought these, I accidentally used a rag with bleach. Thank goodness you can't really tell because it just looks like in one spot the way it was supposed to be made. So I was really happy that I didn't totally ruin it. Now I do put sheets down on my cushions, on my couch cushions, just so when the animals come in dirty or wet, they don't completely destroy the couches. They have pretty much messed up these couches pretty bad. When I went to Raymore, I did ask the woman what she recommended for small animals, and for some reason she recommended these couches, and I do not recommend them. I feel like they were a waste. They haven't even lasted us a year, and they are really in rough shape. So I try to keep them covered. They don't look the best with the cover on them. I hate the cover on them, but they're protecting them for now. So I'm just folding blankets and straightening up. Their toys are from one end of the house to the other, but they are happy little boys, and I just pick them up every day and toss them in the corner where I keep their toys, keep the blankets folded. And this day I was changing the sheets that I had on the couch. I change them once a week. That way there's no odor trapped in them. I just rotate like two of the white sheets for the big couch, and then whatever I pick up for the little couch, and then I just wash them. And about every 6 weeks, I'll take the cushion covers off and actually wash them. It's a huge project. So I really try to avoid it as much as possible because getting them back in the covers is a nightmare. But here I am just stripping the couches and getting it all ready to put new clean ones on. I gotta tell you, this clip makes me laugh. He is the nosiest dog. He's in there thinking he's searching for a cracker. He thinks that someone dropped a pretzel or a goldfish, and that's what he is looking for. He is the love of my life. Here I am spraying down the table where he is, and I do spray these quite a bit. At least once a day, if not twice a day, because it does collect dust and dog hair, and they are always up there with their dirty little feet. But he is so nosy. He had his little butt in the air looking for some type of treat. And I'm just here folding more blankets and spraying things down, and eventually I'm going to get on to vacuuming the couches real good. Now I have the Dyson that is the one that you charge. It's like a portable vacuum, and this is the greatest thing I've ever had. It was pricey, but it is incredible. It comes with about 4 or 5 different attachments, and this is the best. I end up vacuuming my stairs probably once a week because, believe it or not, my animals love to sit on the stairs, and this just comes in handy. It's lightweight if you have maybe a disability where you don't have a lot of strength in your arms. My grandmother has MS, and these types of vacuums I feel like really would come in handy for somebody who might have a little bit of weakness in their arms or have something that might, stop them from being able to push a heavy vacuum. I really, really love the Dyson vacuum. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. I recommend it if you have maybe a disability. It's an amazing vacuum. And right now I am just vacuuming down my couches. Even though I put covers on them, I like to just go in and get all the cat and dog dander out of them as best as possible. I suppose this part is definitely self-explanatory. I do prefer to do a fitted sheet, but that's the one I took off to wash. I prefer the fitted sheet because it just looks a little nicer and it hugs my cushions a little bit better. But here I am just trying to get it on as best as possible. My husband usually does this for me so they're nice and tight, so he'll probably fix it when he comes home. But for now, I just did a white one on the big couch and a blue one on the little couch. So I do this about every 2 weeks, so twice a month. I go through and I wipe down my banister. They do get quite dusty with like cat hair and dog hair and dust, so I just like to wipe them down. It's not like anybody's really looking, but it's just for me. It makes it smell nicer in that area, and I just like to wipe everything down. And I go through, and I had done the baseboards and the inside of the stairs the other day, and I didn't need to vac the stairs today. I had done that just a few days ago. Like I said, I do it probably once a week. I go through and I really get in there and vac the stairs really, really well. So this is my upstairs bathroom. I have 3 bathrooms. I have a half bath downstairs, and I have 2 full bathrooms upstairs, one in our bedroom, and this is my daughter's bathroom. It is always a mess. She is a teenager. Typically, she will be the one to clean it, but she had golf all week this week, so I just got it done for her. She's a busy girl at school, so when the summer comes, she will be a little more responsible. She used to blame her aunt when my sister lived with us and said that her aunt was the one making the mess, but we very, very soon found out that she was the messy one. So I always wash out the toothpaste cups. They always get grimy and dirty, and I just do hot water with a little bit of hand soap, and they come clean pretty well. This one in particular was from IKEA. She likes to keep a little fridge on here where she keeps some of her skincare. She's a bougie girl now. She's 15. She's like me. She likes skincare and makeup, and it makes me very proud because for a while she really wasn't into it. I bought her that really nice electric toothbrush for Christmas, and I was just cleaning the base of it. And I'm spraying everything down and just wiping it clean. She has some habit of not running water when she brushes her teeth. I don't know why she does that. It drives me bananas. I guess she's conserving water, but I wish she would run it just a little bit even in between, so she often gets a lot of toothpaste and stuff stuck, so I'm just wiping the whole countertop down. I love these countertops. When we bought the house, they're very similar to the ones in my kitchen. They're just really, really nice, and I do like the color. I think they're neutral enough that they can go with kind of any theme in your bathroom. So I am just drying everything and wiping it down and putting everything back for her so she comes home to a nice clean bathroom. We do keep our litter box in here, so there is constantly litter everywhere, and I try to keep it as clean as possible because she is nice enough to leave the litter box in here, which can be stinky and a pain in the neck, so I try to keep it really clean and nice for her. I do have this mat, but it does nothing for the litter box. I did save you from having to see me clean the litter box out. This day, I actually just completely emptied it and put fresh litter in. I scoop it daily to try to avoid odors, but sometimes it's just impossible. And then once a month, I just refresh the entire litter box. And then I don't like to do it too often, so maybe every 6 weeks I actually wash the litter box for maybe a little longer than that, and then I replace it probably every 6 months, completely buy her a new one. Here I am just vacuuming because it's almost impossible to sweep up all of the litter, and I like to go in with the vac. It makes it a little bit easier, and I like to get all of it around the baseboards. It can get stuck in the baseboard, so I try to get it up as much as possible. I didn't end up mopping her floor this day. I don't know why I didn't do it today. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it. I should have, but I just ended up really going in there and vacuuming it really well for her. Her tub always seems to be a little messy. She has terrible eyesight, and that's what she blames it on, I should say. That's what she says. She can't see because she doesn't wear her glasses in the shower. Whatever, she's a kid still. But I go in and I'm just wiping down the tub, just getting all the conditioner off the bottom. The tub was actually pretty clean. I had done it really good for her about a week and a half ago when I did mine. So it didn't need a deep clean. I just wiped it out with the spray and the Mr. Clean eraser, or the knockoff eraser, and just cleaned it a little bit. She always gets conditioner stuck everywhere. I don't know why. She must use so much of it, and it just sticks everywhere and drives me crazy. And like I said, she likes to say she can't see, so she can't get it up. Lazy girl problems, I suppose. I love this shower curtain. I got this at TJ Maxx. It's like a really heavy, nice shower curtain, and it's just a floral print, and I really like it. And her toilet was really clean. I had just done it a couple days ago, so I just sprayed it down and just went in and cleaned it really fast. I do this about once a week with the bleach, but hers didn't need it this day. Now moving on to my countertop in my bathroom. Our countertop is a lot smaller than hers. I am also rinsing out the toothpaste cup. This accumulates a lot of clutter in the evening when I'm taking off my makeup, or my husband's deodorants and gels and creams. Everything just gets kind of thrown on here. So on Mondays when I do my cleaning, I just refresh this area and put stuff away. And you can see the puppies in the mirror in the background on the bed. They love to look out the window at the people building. There's a house being built next door, so they like to watch and bark. So I'm just taking everything off so I can wipe it down. My sink is not quite as dirty as hers because I do run water when I brush my teeth, and I'm just taking all the stuff off so I can get to cleaning and wiping it down and making it look really nice. I'm just pulling out some products. I'm going to use Windex, and this is the bleach cleaner from Walmart that I use for my toilet bowl. I don't know of a glass alternative cleaner than Windex. It's not my favorite. I hate the smell of it, so if anyone has anything that they recommend for glass cleaners, I would love to know. And here I am just putting everything back neatly and organized for it just to be messed up later tonight when we are getting ready for bed. But that's okay. For the time being, it looks nice. It will stay nice for a few days, but it's mostly me. My husband's a very organized person, but I am not. This is mostly my stuff in that cabinet. It's like lotions and products like that. I just keep them in that cabinet, and everything was pretty clean over here. I just needed to wipe the baseboard down back behind the toilet because I hadn't done it in a while. My bathtub was clean, and I just really needed to clean my toilet. My toilet was terrible. So I'm just putting the bleach stuff in and letting that sit for a little bit. Now this tub, when we bought it, it looked nice and I was thrilled at first, but I can't stand it. There's no lip to the tub, so water gets everywhere. And my shower curtain, I have to change it probably every 2 weeks because the bottom of it always gets grimy and dirty, and it just drives me nuts. You can see when I pull back, there is no like lip to it, and I just don't like it. It's just a pain in the neck and it's a nuisance. It almost feels like it was supposed to have a glass or a sliding door, and the previous owners never put one on. And maybe it's something my husband and I eventually will invest in, because glass shower doors are quite pricey, and you definitely need somebody professional to install that. My husband and I definitely can't do that. So in the meantime, I just got to keep the area really dry so we don't get any mold. But it's definitely a pet peeve of mine. So I'm just going in and cleaning this area, cleaning the baseboards, and getting my toilet nice and clean. Okay, we are now back in the kitchen for the last but not least to get this floor done. So I'm shaking out the mat. It rained so bad over the weekend, so our floor was filthy. So I am going in and picking up all the animals' food. I dump their water because I also wash their water bowl. I do that daily. And because the cat also drinks out of it, it doesn't matter what I do, even if I put a separate bowl for her, she will not stay out of it. So here is my first round of sweeping. I swept up so much crap from over the weekend, from them trekking in mud and needles from the pine trees in the back, all kinds of stuff. So I am just sweeping my heart out, and then I go in and I have to do a vacuum as well twice. And still it feels like I never can get enough up. This broom is not the best. I'm probably gonna have to invest in something a little more better quality, I should say. And I am just gonna go to town sweeping. I think the floor is so dark, that's why you can see so much on it. I do love these floors. I love the dark wood. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't think it's real wood. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive it's not, but it is absolutely beautiful and I love it. And when I do finally clean it, it's shiny and beautiful, and it will stay that way for about 2 days. 2 or 3 days. That's why I always do it on Monday mornings. I had just polished the table a couple days ago, so I am just wiping it with a Lysol wipe. That way, I have in the past where I forgot to get the crumbs off the counter or the table and already swept and mopped, and then had a big old mess on my hands. So now I remember to always kind of wipe that down so that I can get to sweeping one extra time before I mop, because this is always the very, very last thing I do is go through and vac and mop the floors. It just makes more sense in my opinion. I try to get that done last so I don't have to go in and re-clean any of the floors. And here I am vacuuming. I just put this on the maximum suckage or maximum power. It has two settings, one that's just a regular and one that's maximum, and it really, really goes in there and gets everything. I love this to clean the baseboards with, everything. So I'm just going through and getting up as much of the dog hair as possible, as much dander and dirt and dust, whatever is tracked on the floor, and this really helps when I'm ready to mop. I do not have a good mop, so I usually go in with the Swiffer and just a concoction that I made to clean the floors. If anyone can recommend a really good mop, I would love to hear your suggestions down below. But for now, this is what I go in. And then I'm going to say every 6 weeks, I'll go in and really get spots done with I'll get a rag and hand wash as much as I can. It's a lot of floor to do, so I don't do the whole thing. But anywhere that's like extra grimy or sticky around the appliances, I'll go in and wash with my hands. Just like when I do the baseboards of the cabinets, I actually wipe down cabinets and underneath, and I'll do the stainless steel. I do that every 6 weeks because these cabinets are white and they show everything, so I like to wipe them down about every 6 weeks. So I am just doing a lazy mop here. I definitely need to invest in a better mop, but it does the job for now, and it made my floor look a lot better because, like I said, it rained all weekend and it looked terrible. But the next time I do one of these cleaning videos, I will show you how I clean my cabinets and how I clean all of my appliances. This is definitely a deep clean, but I do different types of deep cleaning. So this was just like your normal stuff that needs to get done. And then when I really need to clean, I'll do my cabinets and things like that, back out cabinets and drawers and organize. And that can be a 2-day process. But for today, this is what I wanted to get done. Okay, you guys, so it is now 2 o'clock. It feels like it's been a very long day of cleaning. I started around 10, so that's about 4 hours of cleaning, and I saved you some of the stuff that I did, like my cat box, my folding of my laundry, and my small downstairs bathroom. I just figured those weren't like serious cleans. I had cleaned my little bathroom not too long ago. I also had cleaned my baseboards last week, so they weren't something I needed to do, and I didn't need to mop the bathroom floors. But this floor down here, I have to sweep, then vac, then mop. I sweep it twice, vac it twice, and then I mop just once. It just gets so damn dirty, and it's darker wood, so you see everything on it. And that takes me, believe it or not, probably a good half an hour to get that floor completely clean. But I hope this motivated someone to get some cleaning done today. I have a lot of editing to do. I think this video is up 2 hours, so I really got to condense this down for you because ain't no way anyone's going to sit through a 2-hour video. So I hope this helped motivate somebody on this Monday morning or now Monday afternoon. If you enjoyed this, I hope you stick around and subscribe. I have lots of videos for the summer coming up, and I am so excited to share everything with you. And like I said, when I get closer to 1,000, I am going to do a fun giveaway for everybody. So I hope this helped to motivate somebody, even if it's just to change your sheets tonight and to jump into a clean bed. I hope this helped somebody, or I hope it just maybe relaxed you a little bit. If you liked it, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. I will link all of my social media links down below for you, and I will follow you back. That way we can interact on other platforms as well. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.